Hi there guys, welcome to another update review of the Tata Altroz DCA, wherein DCA stands for dual clutch automatic. Now the Altroz is undoubtedly one of the safest hatchbacks that you can buy with a 5-star NCAP rating and a decent option of powertrains. So you have one diesel that puts out 90 PS and around 200 Newton meters. The 4-cylinder diesel, one of my favorite powertrains that goes perfectly well for the Altroz. Then you have the iTurbo and you have the 1.2 liter 3-cylinder petrol that puts out 86 PS of max power and 113 Newton meters of torque, and that's the power plant here that now comes mated with the dual clutch automatic gearbox. So let me quickly give you a walkthrough of the opera blue color. Kind of reminds us of the Baleno's color. But yeah, it is built based on the Alpha architecture or the Alpha platform. There's a little bit of sun shining brighter than ever. So the Alpha architecture, Alpha is an acronym, stands for agile, lightweight, flexible and advanced. You have all the 4 characteristics coming full circle here with the Tata Altroz. Now the DCA variant, the price starts from 8.10 lakhs for the DCA. The regular Altroz starts from around 5.99 and goes up to 9.99 for the top spec variant. But what I like here is that we get the projector lamps and you get the LED DRLs. But it's about time Tata started giving LED lighting all around, LED projectors and LED lights, because that's where the market is headed. Most of the competition has already upgraded, so I believe the Altroz deserves a comprehensive update, which might be coming soon. And then moving to the profile, here you have the diamond cut alloy wheels, 16-inch wheels, 185 by 60 here for the DCA variant. You also get the 195 section tire for the other variants, top spec variants. But you have a sharp nose, nice chiseled bodywork, and this design was future proof, kind of ahead of its time design, kind of nice and sharp. And even the dimensions are pretty huge for a hatch, one of the widest and longest in its class. And then you have this kind of chrome surround here. I wish they had integrated turn blinkers as well. Then you have the black kind of cladding on the window line, blackened B pillar, blackened C pillar with the kind of the door handle on top. And then you have the prominent character line running across the bodywork, gives it a nice chiseled body and sporty hatch kind of a feel. Integrated spoiler at the back with the stoplight, and wraparound tail lamps again look pretty kick-ass and badass, especially in the dark edition. This looks absolutely stunning in the dark edition. The blue color also looks pretty decent. Here you have the DCA badging and the Altroz badging, and the rear view camera cleverly encapsulated here, so without any bulge or anything sticking out. Even the rear bumper is well kind of laid out. Shark fin antenna is missing. You have this regular antenna right here, and here is the nose with a little bit of chrome garnish. You have the chrome lining going all the way through the front nose, and you have sculpted lines here for the bonnet. Now moving inside, we have all black interiors, which I know this kind of a buzzer keeps going on all the time. You have all black seats or interiors, has this kind of a texture feel to it. The cushioning is really good, trust me. The back, it's really good. Even the thigh support is really good. Then you have the steering wheel. Flat bottom steering wheel has a sporty feel to it. Digital speedo console, 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system from Harman Kardon. We'll talk about that in a moment. 4 speakers, 4 tweeters all around. Good utility spaces with 1-liter bottle holders all around, and spacious glove box right over there. Sliding armrest right over there. Cup holes and cubby holders right over there. You also have a slot to put your phone, but unfortunately that's not there for wireless charging. That doesn't get wireless charging, so few of the things feel left out. You already have a bottle. Can this accommodate here? Okay, I think yes. 1 liter bottle again gets in there. You have an armrest here, headrest for 2 passengers at the back. You don't get the middle passenger doesn't get a dedicated headrest. However, you do get dedicated AC vents, but legroom is ample. Headroom is okay for me, but people taller than 6 feet might feel or be in a spot of bother. Then you have the kind of a waveform dash right over here with the floating touchscreen infotainment system, the flat bottom steering wheel, and the silver accents running across the dash. You have the Altroz branding right over there, and overall it looks pretty premium and upmarket. What's missing though is a sunroof. So here you have the start stop button, but you don't get the idle start stop feature functioning here. So let me quickly turn on the car. Oh, here you have the IRA branding. The animation just went, but anyway, here you have the power and torque curve, cleverly mentioned. That's my personal favorite. Oh, that was quite a rev. And you have the analog needle right over here for the speedo. There you have the rev count on the other side, and you have the bar graph on the in the center for the power and torque. And how do you navigate through this? Let me see. Here you have the settings. Get into settings. Here you have all the other things to play around with. Distance to empty is there. Instant fuel economy, average fuel economy, and the power and torque graph. Here you have the Harman Kardon 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system with IRA connected car features. You have all the relevant things that you come looking for. Let's get into music. You have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay here. Then you have voice command feature. You have the AC controls right over here. You have audio setup right here. You have settings, finally audio setup, and you have 3-band graphic equalizer presets right over here. So that's not a big deal. However, you can do the AC controls. Here you have the fan speed and other things that you can control. Get back into the home page. Fine. Another thing that I really like about the Altroz is the air vents. These are huge and really cool the cabin very effectively within no time. The AC controls and 12-volt socket right over there, lightning port, and a slot to slot in your mobile, but it's not wireless charging. Then you have the DCA, the gear stick right over here, and all the modes including the manual mode. Now let me talk about the 4 important things that you need to know about the Altroz DCA. The point number 1 is, of course, DCA stands for dual clutch automatic. We have dual 2 clutches and 2 gearboxes working in tandem, such that while you have one gear engaged, the other gear is kept ready to shift up or shift down depending upon your driving speeds and driving style, such that the gear changes happen in an instant, and it is very seamless and very precise to optimize both performance and fuel economy. Now the DCA, 4 things that you need to understand is, first of all, is that it is a wet clutch system. So the clutches are bathed in oil, such that first of all it offers good performance, better durability, and seamless gear changes without any latency. Another thing that you need to understand is the fact that it just takes 250 milliseconds for the gear shifts to happen, because there's no mechanical linkage here for the gear to shift. So it's all onboard computer that does the gear shifts for you. So it just takes 250 milliseconds to engage the gear. So the gear changes are pretty seamless and precise and smooth, as I already told you. Next point. So the thing here you need to understand is that the DCA system uses shift by wire technology, which means there's no linkage between the gear selector and the gearbox. So it's all done electronically. And then of course you also have the fact that there is a self-healing mechanism which prevents the transmission from accumulating any dust particles inside. So it uses the onboard little bit of vibrations to clear the dust and clear the transmission system of any dust particles that might be accumulating in there. So that is a self-healing mechanism. Another thing that you need to understand is machine learning is also adopted here, which means it understands and tries to learn from your gear shift pattern and your driving style to optimize the gear shifts shifts to maximize fuel efficiency as well as performance. Also, now in terms of safety, we get dual airbags, you get ABS, you get isofix child seats, and then of course you also have rear view camera. Most importantly, you get an NCAP 5-star rating, which emphasizes the safety of the entire structure or the chassis structure, which offers rock solid safety and protection for the passengers inside. Another hallmark element of the Alpha platform is the Alpha design architecture is the 90-degree opening angle of the doors, which provides easy ingress and egress, which means you can get in and out pretty easily without any taking a lot of struggle. So that is one thing that works in practical scenarios, because here we have around 345 liters of boot space, which is one of the best in the hatchback segment. Unfortunately, we miss out on 60-40 split seats, but you can fold flat the rear seat like a flat bench. But overall, that is to make room for more space, and you can also remove the rear parcel tray. But as it is, you get 345 liters of boot space, which is more than sufficient. Okay, so now that I've given you a quick overview, again the price details around 8.10 lakhs is the starting point for the DCA variant, and for the standard variant it starts from 5.99 and goes up to 9.99. Now, more importantly, what matters to me as an enthusiast is how it drives in real world conditions, because I am a fan of dual clutch automatics. So I've driven the DSGs, I've driven the Volkswagens and the Skodas and the Audis, and I'm really curious to see as to how this feels in real world conditions and how it amplifies the driving pleasure. So let's hit the road now. Hello there guys, this is the new Tata Altroz DCA variant. I've already given you a quick overview, and this is the new blue color that has been launched. It looks super futuristic, though it's been there for quite a long time, built based on the Alpha architecture. So let's get in. I've given you an overview about the Alpha architecture and the entire car as to what makes this one of the safest hatchbacks in our country. NCAP 5-star safety rating, dual airbags, and you also get ABS as standard. But more than that, it now gets some updates thanks to the DCA variant. Now let's do the honors. Here you have the dual clutch automatic. Now this comes mated to the 1.2 liter 3-cylinder petrol, naturally aspirated petrol, that puts out 86 PS of max power and 113 Newton meters of max torque. Now this comes with the 6-speed DCA or dual clutch transmission. Another thing that it has that creep function, so it just takes the head start. Now another thing that you need to note here is that it comes with wet clutch, so the clutches are bathed in oil such that it can contain the heat and control the heat, and then of course it can also offer better performance, better durability with time. So let's check out the rear view camera. It has dynamic guidelines which kind of sway and turn as you move around. The display could have been of higher resolution is what I feel. The Harman Kardon music system 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system comes with IRA connected car features, 4 speakers, 4 tweeters, rock solid build quality. All the controls have been moved to touchscreen infotainment system. You have the Altroz badging right here, and it feels that it has been built like a tank the moment you sit inside. Also the steering feel has a soft feel to it, like a sedan kind of a feel. Then you have the flat bottom steering wheel. Now I have huge expectations, being a dual clutch transmission fanboy who has always loved the DSGs from the Polo or the Volkswagen or the Skoda group or even the Audi experience. So let's see how the dual clutch transmission works here on the Altroz, whether it weaves its magic and whether it has a jaw-dropping driving experience. The answer to that, let me be very so flooring the pedal, let's see how it responds. Oh, it is shifting. (6,000 RPM). You have independent suspension up front, torsion beam suspension at the back, 16-inch wheels. So the ride quality is supreme as always with this Tata Altroz. Seating comfort is really good. You have nice cushiony back welcoming you, and the thigh support is also good. So steering feel is something that impresses me. It's been a long time since I drove the Altroz at the time of its launch, so I feel it has improved. Also, the NVH levels have been taken to another level. I mean, the way they've controlled the NVH levels. So I won't say it has that throwing you back in the seat kind of an aggression here, despite the inclusion of the DCA, but it is very linear and progressive in its power delivery, and that is okay, because at the end of the day this promises around 18.18 kmpl of fuel efficiency, which is pretty decent or pretty good for a dual clutch transmission. And then of course you have a decent power on board, 86 PS and 113 Newton meters of torque. But I am still slightly inclined towards the diesel, turbo diesel. You have the 90 PS of power and 200 Newton meters of torque, so that is the best option, is what I feel, given the fuel economy as well. But still, it is all built really well. Gives you a lot of upmarket feel when you sit in the cabin. It does give you that tank-like build quality kind of a feel, more than just superior kind of luxury feel. It gives you that build quality feel. So that is something that you come expecting, because Tata has stood up as a benchmark that offers rock solid build quality, and that has suddenly taken the market by storm. All the hatchbacks or the SUVs, it has emerged as the #1 SUV player. I went to the Tata Curve unveil as well. I hope you check that out. That's the electric EV SUV that's coming up with stunning design philosophy. And this one, again, that's what it gives you, a sense of completeness and kind of protection it has on offer. The moment you sit in, nice glass area, you have good all-round visibility, good amount of you have that rear view camera, which could have been of better quality. Harman, the floating touchscreen infotainment system, seems to be coming of age, because others are offering I think IPS panels or HD panels, which offer far more better resolution, high res kind of this thing. The steering feel is far more better. It has better heft to it. It has that soft touch feel, premium feel to it. You have clever inclusions like the horn button also included at the end, so that you don't have to take your hand off the steering wheel and plonk the horn right in the center. So that kind of clever inclusions work. Another practical thing that I really enjoy is the AC efficacy, because the way it is cooling the cabin, I'm kind of driving this right underneath the hot sun. This is hot mid-summer afternoon, and it's super chill, despite the fan speed being just in 1. So you can imagine the kind of cooling efficacy this cabin has on offer. It's a really powerful AC, which really makes things work in real world scenario. Again, the clever inclusions like the silver kind of a finish inside, kind of a texture, waveform kind of a dash texture, really gives a good sense of completeness and sporty feel, and also classy feel. So overall, the DCA doesn't excite you as much, but it does the job of lowering the NVH levels phenomenally. When compared to the first time I drove the Altroz, I can feel the difference now. It's far more composed, very quiet. There's hardly, you can see, only when you're flooring the pedal, you can hear the engine noise, which kind of adds on to the excitement or the adrenaline rush kind of a feel you come looking for. So I'm not going to do a top speed test and all. You can check my previous Altroz review if you want to check the kind of stability this chassis structure packs. Nice and agile and lightweight, flexible. alpha architecture. So overall I feel they've kind of fine-tuned the engine. They have lowered the NVH levels phenomenally, and the drive is far more composed. It's far more progressive and very linear power delivery throughout the rev band. It gives you that overtaking power when you need it. But let me just put it into manual. Okay, now let's see. We are in fourth, we're in third now, we're in second now. So let's see whether it holds the gear. No, it is not holding the gear beyond 6000 rpm. It is just shifting automatically. So it does offer a peppier performance in the manual mode when compared to the normal automatic mode, but then it doesn't allow you to shift, unlike the Maruti cars where it holds the gear until you do the shifts, you perform the shifts. Here it automatically shifts at 6000 rpm. Maybe that's designed to optimize fuel economy, I'm not sure, but in the manual mode at least you should give the liberty to the enthusiasts, to the petrol heads who love to push the car to the very limits. They want to enjoy the kind of thrill, the fun these cars have on offer, because given such rock solid architecture on kind of this thing, chassis orientation, the kind of superb stability and cornering stability that the suspension and the chassis together have on offer, and the brakes are also good, so why not allow the people to experience the kind of thrill that the Altroz has on offer? So that is one thing. Apart from that, the comfort is there. Yes, a few more updates. Maybe we have a major update or an upgrade coming up to the Altroz shortly, because it seems due. We need a far more premium feel to the touchscreen infotainment system. We also need a sunroof, because the competition is moving ahead, and it's about time that Tata also put their foot down, and I'm pretty damn sure they're coming up with a state-of-the-art kind of an update. Let's see whether we have good cornering stability. Taking this corner, this is the problem here. Lane discipline. 70 kilometers per hour, this corner was a piece of cake, and not much of a body roll. That's another thing you need to understand, because hatchbacks tend to have body roll. These are not sedans or low slung sedans to not offer body roll, but this one, body roll is very well controlled. So that's pretty much it, guys. I just hope you enjoyed watching this video. This was my take or my view of my review of the DCA Altroz. Prices start from 8.10 lakhs for the DCA variant. The normal Altroz range starts from 5.99 and goes up to 9.99. So if you like what you see and want to see more of automobile content, pure automobile content, feel free to like, share and subscribe, and stay tuned for more action right here at Dino's World. See you guys later.